This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Good evening, everyone. So in preparation for tomorrow, which is the Erev Yom Kippur, the 9th of Tishrei, after all we know, the Gemara Brachas Darshans on Dav Ches, V'yinisem es nafshei sechem, Batisha lachodesh ba'erev, Kol ha'oichel ba'erev Yom Kippur, Keilu hisana b'tshi uve'asir. It's as if they fasted on the 9th and the 10th. So from here we learn there's a mitzvah d'oraisa to eat on Erev Yom Kippur. So there's a big shaila, and this is a shaila that many of the Achronim are choiker and they ask about. And really the first, maybe not the first, but the Rishoin HaMedabrim, the head of all those who speak about this issue is Rabbi Akiva Eiger. Rabbi Akiva Eiger in the Tshuvas and Siman Tazayin, it has the following safek, and that is, are women mechuyav to eat on Erev Yom Kippur? What's the shaila? Shaila is like this. On the one hand, it's a mitzvah d'oraisa. It's a mitzvah shazman grama. So it's mitzvah shazman grama. Women should be pater from eating on Erev Yom Kippur. On the other hand, it's learned out from v'inisem. Part of v'inisem is fasting on the 10th and eating on the 9th. Well, if it's part of v'inisem, women are mechuyaves in v'inisem, and therefore they would be mechuyav in the mitzvah of eating on Erev Yom Kippur. And Rabbi Akiva Eiger says that he doesn't have a chance to give a decisive answer to this question, and he doesn't give a conclusive answer whether, in fact, women are mechuyavos to eat on Erev Yom Kippur. Well, the Minchas Chinuch in Mitzvah Shin Zayin, the Minchas Chinuch in Mitzvah Shin Yud Gimel, Sivkatan Tezayin, says that l'chayra it depends whether the drasha of v'inisem is a full-fledged drasha or just an asmachta ba'alma. If it's a mitzvah d'Rabbanan to eat on Erev Yom Kippur, then women would be mechuyavos. However, if it's minat Torah, so if it's a mitzvah minat Torah, so then like any other mitzvah sasei shazman grama, women would be peturais. The truth is, when the Minchas Chinuch discusses the shaila, he says that he once saw in a sefer, he doesn't remember where, this suffix, whether women are mechuyavos in the mitzvah of eating on Erev Yom Kippur. Now, it would be doubtful that the Minchas Chinuch is referring to Rabbi Akiva Eiger. The lashon of the Minchas Chinuch in mitzvah Shin Yud Gimel, in Sivkatan, actually it's Tezvav, is V'zekama shanim asher ro'isi b'sefer echad u'shmai peli. It has a wondrous name, Ve'eni biyadi shenastapek im nashim chayavos ba'achilas Erev Yom Kippurim. So in the footnotes on the Minchas Chinuch, he brings down that the earliest one who was mistapik about this was Rabbi Yisrael Najar, the author of Limudei Hashem. He was the first to present this suffix, and that l'chayr is what the Minchas Chinuch is referring to. In the Tshuvas of the Kesav Sofer, he offers the following reason why, in fact, women are definitely mechuyavos in the mitzvah of eating on Erev Yom Kippur. Ksav Sofer is in Siman Kuf Yud Beis, and he says like this: what's the reason why we eat on Erev Yom Kippur? One of the main reasons is to have strength to fast the next day, which is equally applicable to both men and women. Women also need to fast, so if they need to fast, they need to eat the day before. Now, so the shaila then would be, well, what if a woman is not fasting? Woman's not fasting, then l'chora, there's no reason to eat. She's not fasting the next day, and it's a mitzvah shazman grama. So she's not going to be mechuyev out the v'inisem, and she's not going to be mechuyev out the having strength to fast. Well, in such a case, it could be a woman would not be mechuyeves. Be it as it may, Rabbi Akiva Eiger leaves it off as a tzarchian. So therefore, I think it's a very good idea for women to eat tomorrow, just in case it might be a mitzvah, and women are mechuyeves. And even if not, eating never hurt anybody. So this is some of the lumdus of the mitzvah of eating on Erev Yom HaKippurim. We should be zoiche, v'yivanshim shu mekabel our tshuva, berachamim uveratzin.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.